Hi, I'm Sean Smith. This is Sean Smith Photos, where I edit street photos and occasional travel photography with On1 Photo Raw. Well, today, as you can see from the screenshot, I'm clearly not editing street photography. Last weekend, I went out apple picking with my wife, and I took a lot of shots of the orchid and some sunflowers and things like that. It was great. And one shot that I was kind of interested in was this rotting apple that was still hanging on the tree branch, and I thought that this could make an interesting shot. So I've opened it up here, and I'm going to edit this and try and make it appealing as possible. Still life is this still life? I think it is. Still life is not my forte or common thing, but hey, let's see what we can do with this. As usual, let's get right into it. So first thing that we're going to do is open up the noise and sharpening tab in Develop and hit No Noise AI. And we'll wait while it does its thing. And now we can move this little slider around, and we can see, especially inside the core of the apple here, that this side is a lot sharper than the other side. And let's do a fit, see how it looks at, see how it looks at full size. Yeah, that looks really nice, especially if you watch the detail on the branch as I move this across. See, there's less on the left, and then we move it right, and the detail really picks up. So we're going to hit Apply. And next, we'll open up Tone and Color and develop the shot and see how this looks. First thing we'll do, AI Auto, and see how that looks. That's actually pretty good. Go to Manual, hit AI Match. Actually, I think I like the AI Match a little bit more than AI Auto today. So let's go with this and adjust some of the sliders to see how things look here. Exposure, I think I want to up the exposure just a little bit more. Yeah, that. Pull it back 0.2. Why did this drop the highlights down? So the highlights are at -56. Let's put them back at 0. Not really seeing much of a difference there. We'll keep it approximately where it was. Midtones, I'm going to increase the midtones a bit. I think it's a little dark in the middle. There, I think that's good. We'll drop the blacks back a bit just to get a little bit more contrast with that. Let's hit the haze slider. Yeah, just a titch. That's good. Let's see what structure does. Yeah, I like structure around here. Yeah, around 20. And let's see what if we change that to daylight, cloudy looks okay, daylight. Yeah, I like the cloudy, gives it a little bit of a warm look to it. Okay, so I'm kind of happy with how this is looking so far. And let's head over into the Effects tab and see what we can do to make this shot a little bit better. So overall, I'm kind of happy with the composition right out of the camera, so I don't think I need to crop it. Definitely don't need to straighten like I do when I'm doing any sort of thing with a horizon, because there's no horizon here. Let's pull in dynamic contrast. And we really want mostly to have the contrast around this apple. The rest of the the frame can have a little bit less contrast because we're going to draw the viewer's eye to this rotting apple. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to mask this. We'll get the masking bug and we'll change this to a vignette, drop the vignette and invert it because right now it's revealing the dynamic contrast outside of the apple. And let's resize it. So I want this, fortunately, you know, apples are pretty round. So this little round one here, try and get it as close as possible to that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Maybe we'll make this a little bit taller, and I think I'll reduce the feather a little bit. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. And I do want to add a little bit of contrast to the rest of the background. So I'm going to reduce the density of the mask to maybe 60. And you can see that it's, instead of being black, it's this kind of medium gray, which is letting through some of the dynamic contrast adjustment. So let's hide the masking tool, hit natural, hit surreal. Ooh, surreal is terrible. Texture enhancer. And we'll turn this on and off. Yeah, I like that a lot, especially you can see here there's a little bit of moisture on this apple. It really helps that jump out a little bit. Okay. So that's pretty good. What else can we add onto here? But a tone enhancer. Oh, before we add this tone enhancer, let's, boom. Actually, why? This is really weird. Okay. Let's pull this in again, nice and tight, and try and recreate that mask that we had over there. Make that a little bit bigger. Pull this in, pull this down. Yeah, that's pretty close. A little bit wider here, reduce the feather again. And we're going to make the midtones lighter and invert this. Yeah, so now this apple here is really popping out, but I think it's a little bit too bright. So let's drop down the opacity. That looks good. And next, let's do a color enhancer. So we really want this red to pop out. So I'm going to grab the color picker tool and I'm going to just go in here. And what happened? Okay, so I don't use the color enhancer very often, so I'm not sure what happened. I think that's color balance, so let's undo that. Color range. You know what I want to do? I want to mask this. I want to use a color range mask also. So we'll just do like that. Control M and we can see the mask. And mask, view mode, grayscale. So we really want these apples to be displayed, but nothing else. So we do like this and pull in this level slider here. Yeah, okay, so this is doing a pretty good job of getting that how we want it. All right, and let's change the view mode back to red overlay. I wish there was a hotkey so I could just switch it like that. And here, I'm going to use the brush. Brush, where are you, brush? No. Mask. I think I accidentally hit something on my keyboard that took me to the portrait tab. We'll wait for that to clear out. Cancel. Go back to effects. Hit cancel. Go to effects. Control M to view the mask, and mask. Hit the brush key, and we want to paint in, so hit Alt, and it's going to paint in here. Just kind of want to get everything in here. No, wait a second, let's undo this. You know what? I'm just going to go with the mask as it is. Yeah, all right. So we'll turn this mask off. And we'll hit the purples, and we'll add some saturation. We'll increase some brightness. Yeah, you can see that's getting really bright there. And let's do this here as well. Saturate it, increase the brightness. Yeah, and let's turn this on and off. It's very subtle. I'm not sure if it'll show up in YouTube, but right around here, this is getting a little bit brighter. Yeah, okay. We'll just increase the saturation a bit, increase the vibrance. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we've got that, and let's see what we can do about this rotting area here. How can we enhance that? Probably the more dynamic contrast, and this time we'll mask. Wow. Keep hitting opacity for all of the masks. We actually want just the dynamic contrast mask. So let's do another gradient, drop that in here, and we're going to really just aim for inside. Probably should have just used the brush tool. Although this is going to get in there nicely. Yeah, okay, that's good. And we'll reduce this feather really tiny. Okay, and invert that. And we'll copy this mask because I'm going to use it for something else. And let's make this like natural texture enhancer. And let's play with the, pull down the shadow slider a little bit, up the highlights, increase the vibrance, drop that down a bit, turn this on and off. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. I think we can drop the opacity just a little bit. All right, so just copy the mask again to be safe, and we will add a black and white filter and open up the mask, paste that in, and we're going to reduce the opacity of this mask just a bit, a lot rather, sorry. We're going to have it just be partially there, just to reduce the saturation just a little bit. And that's just here inside the rotting apple. So we're reducing the vibrance and saturation there a little bit. Kind of, let's up that just a little bit more so we can really feel like it's dead and decaying inside. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And we'll add one last filter, which will be a vignette, probably Big Softy. Yeah, Big Softy is nice. Let's reduce the size on it just a little bit, reduce the opacity just a little bit, and we can really see this. This looks great. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. You can find me on Vero, Instagram, and my website. Links will be in the description. And yeah, thank you for watching. Oh, yeah, one last thing. Let's check out what the original photo looked like, hitting backslash. And we can see there's what came out of the camera. And this is our final result. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Have a great day. Thank you.